Trojan Sports Now.
Welcome back to Trojan Sports Now. The Troy football team will look to carry momentum from their 17-point second half in last weekend's game to this Saturday when the Trojans return home for homecoming.
Outside of the buzz surrounding the spirit of homecoming week, the Trojan football team focuses in on the Idaho Vandals, a team that Coach Brown says has not only improved, but brings a lot to the table on the offensive side of the ball.
I'll tell you, I think they're the most improved team that I've seen this year, from last year until this year. They're balanced. I think the running back is a big physical kid that's hard to tackle. He'll present a challenge for us. I think their O-line is long. I think that's probably their most improved aspect of their football team. And they've got some wide receivers that can really run.
Those wide receivers indeed can get up and down the field, averaging over 9 yards per catch this season. One of those receivers, however, has snagged more than just a football, but the attention of Coach Brown.
Obviously, the Epps kid is one of the top-ranked receivers in the country. I remember watching him as a junior college player coming out. He's a guy that I thought that had the potential to be a big-time player then, and he's proved that there.
The Trojans are coming off 2 tough losses, one being the last home game that for some on the team has had a lasting effect.
We need to get back at least even in conference right now, and it's very important to win at home because, I mean, that's your home turf. You really don't like losing. The loss of South Alabama is still pretty salty in our mouth right now, so it'd be good to get a win and get that taste out.
I think this game's just as important as any other game in the rest of our schedule. Obviously, they're all conference games coming up, and if we want to be where we want to be at the end of the season, it starts this week, and we have to turn around, obviously, coming off a game like we just played and losing a game earlier in the season that we could have won.
Coming off this, the tough schedule that we've had so far, hopefully we can get some momentum going, in conference and get a win this Saturday.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.
The Trojans return to conference play when they take on Idaho in the homecoming game Saturday at 2:30 in Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Coming off a successful weekend, head coach Jason Hamilton knows this weekend will be no easy task with their opponent right on their heels.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough weekend for us. Georgia Southern on Friday night. They're currently in 3rd place, so they're sitting right behind us. They had a big win over Georgia State on last night, winning 4-3. So they're going to be a good team. They're an offensive team. They've got one of the best attacking players in the conference.
The team heads to Georgia this weekend, where they will take on Georgia Southern on Friday at 7 p.m., then play Georgia State on Sunday at 1 p.m.
The volleyball team will look to collect their first win on the road this weekend, as well as continue their winning streak, both of which head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick knows will not be easy.
The more you win, the further up the standings you go, and we go to Monroe and Lafayette this weekend, and they were just here last weekend, and they didn't leave with any wins, so I'm sure that they want to get a little bit of revenge on us this weekend. So, the big thing is let's get through tonight as healthy as possible and start preparing for Monroe on Friday night. And we being that it's so close, the matches between the teams, we don't have to necessarily change a lot or do a lot of film work, but we've got a long bus ride that we'll be breaking down film with the team and breaking down individual players, and it'll be good. I hope that we can control our side of the ball a little bit better on the road. We have not done a great job of that this year, and we've got to figure out a way to win on the road. And if you can't win on the road, then you're in a lot of trouble. And unfortunately, we don't have a win on the road this year, so Friday night will be a big test for us.
The Trojans will take on conference opponents ULM and ULL Friday and Saturday, respectively.
The men have the weekend off and will not return to action until next weekend, when they take part in the Intercollegiate at the Grove in College Grove, Tennessee. Also, the women have the weekend off, but will not return to action until October 19th and 20th for the Blue Raider Invitational in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
The men's tennis team will compete in the USTA ITA Southern Regional hosted by Alabama and Tuscaloosa this weekend. Meanwhile, the women will compete in the same tournament in Auburn. Both tournaments are underway. Women's tennis head coach Rawia LCC gives us a look at the upcoming weekend for her women.
This weekend we're going to compete in regional, and it's in Auburn, hosted in Auburn, University of Auburn. Our regional is very competitive. We have teams as Alabama, Auburn, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Tulane, and a few other teams. So this is going to be a little bit higher competition. So be good competition for the girls.
That's all the time we have for Trojan Sports Now.
For Jahmal Kennedy, I'm Khadijah Torbert. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Trojans!